Hey y'all. Um, so I had a friend. Oh, I don't know if I should say her name in this video. Let's call her M. I had a friend, M. She was kind of in this position where she just sort of needed to move some dolls along. And so she sent me this nice big old box of random happies, and man, did it come at such a needed time. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Just fresh out of work, came in, washed my hands, changed, and I'm about to open this box because today has been the worst day in the world. Yeah, in the world, in the entire world, actually. I don't think I've had to deal with microaggressions in the workplace quite like I had to today. If you are a person, specifically a person of color, in a workplace where the microaggressions have bombarded your mind space, please know you're not alone. And don't choose violence. Yeah, don't do that. I mean, I didn't. I didn't choose. I didn't choose violence. Okay, I promise. I wanted to, but I didn't. Let's open this damn box. So I do know that we were on video chat, Am and I, and we went over some of the stuff that's in here. I'm super grateful that a person would even opt to do this because it was my idea. We were on video chat and we were kind of having a whole discussion about what she might want to do with her dolls. She asked if any of us wanted to accept the dolls, and I pitched that if you send the dolls to me, I'll just kind of like do a box opening and maybe take the camera around with me with what I end up doing with the dolls. That way, you get rid of the dolls, they don't feel like so much dead weight, but also you get to watch on here. So I've opened the box, and the first thing I see is a head. Okay, so I was looking at the COA to see if I knew the sculpt's, if the sculpt's name was on the COA, and it just says fall head, so I'm thinking it's probably like a fall event head. But let's have a look at the head. Okay. Oh, I actually think that the sculpt's name might actually be Fall because it's in the doll's head. So this is an April Story Fall. Look how handsome he is. And the camera isn't really picking it up. At least not, I can't really see the camera picking it up all that much. But they've done like this really cool freckling technique that I've done before, but they've done it very lightly where it almost makes his skin look like he's just got pores. Oh, he looks like a man. I might have to get him a body. I do want to say this though. As far as I'm concerned, the doll community has treated me so well. It really has. I am in no way delusional about that. Doll people have been so sweet to me. They continue to be sweet to me. It's never expected, but always appreciated. And this is just another sweet thing. Oh my God, look. He's so cute. He's so cute. I'm gonna have to get him a body. Okay, so I see a bag. Oh, there are hands in here. I see a bag with hands. So let's go through this. I see sandals. These are cute. I'm thinking these are like MSD. Or they might be... They look MSD to me, but they could also be SD. You know how you have like an SD with really small feet? I don't think I have any at the moment outside of like Smart Doll, but I think those are MSD size sandals. And then some cute little boots. Now I do think that these boots right here All right, Misty. Yeah. I'm going to put them back in the bag because I don't want to lose them. Don't want to lose them. There are extra magnets in here. Let's look at the hands. I thought I had these. This is something that that she showed me while we were on video chat discussing all this stuff. I thought I had these hands. They're really sweet. Well, I think they're sweet. They look very masculine. Look at the veins on there. I love that. That sculpting is just so nice. Yeah, I love that. And I love that it's not quite a closed fist there. Look at that. That's so nice. Yeah, I thought I had these. I don't. Upon closer inspection, these are not the hands that I was referring to when I said I had these. So I'm happy to have them. I actually really love doll parts. I remember talking to some doll people years ago, and it seemed like everybody was kind of not really upset about having doll parts and stuff, but they didn't seem all that happy to have them accumulate. I like it. And I like it because I like to cobble. Yeah. I can never have too many hands or bodies and stuff like that because I get these random bursts where I'm like, I need to make a random doll that no one else has. And you can't make stuff if you ain't got junk, you know? So I like that. Okay, I spy with my little eye another head. What's funny is that I'm looking at this doll's face and it's very M. It seems like a doll that she would have. I like how they installed the lashes here. I don't know what I'm going to do with a lot of this stuff, but I'm excited. There's a box in here. Okay, there's a tie. Styrofoam. Right. This is another doll that we talked about. Hold up. Need some table because I have got to get this little teeny tiny doll out so that I could share. Okay, so the doll doesn't, their head isn't on yet, and that's okay. But I was reading over the COA here to see the sculpt's name that this body belongs to, and I'll show you guys the head. I believe that says Sophia. I could be wrong, but I think that the card says Sophia. This head is so cute, and there's one in here with the face up and eyes, and then there's one sculpt that isn't painted. I'll show you both of them. So this is the one with the face up. Super duper tiny. Super duper tiny. And then here's another one without the face up, which really happy with that because I like the idea of being able to do a face up myself. So that's an option, but I was expecting this doll and I got a preview of what the body looked like and how it moved and everything while we were on video chat. So I've kind of been daydreaming about this body with a hybrid in mind. I'm not sure if the hybrid would actually happen after I unpack all these boxes and everything. I'm going to take a moment and really think about things now that it's like actually here in front of me, and then I'll go from there. But I have a fun idea of where this body could go. It would be a hybrid that's just like super duper wacky, and I'm leaning towards super duper wacky hybrid way more than I am like traditional, because I just really need to be creative. I need to do stuff that's wacky. So we'll see. But I am really excited about this. And she also came with a really fun wig. Pink. Which is so important because When I tell you I can never have enough pink wigs in my collection. There is another head in here. Like, that is so cool. And knowing me, I'm probably gonna put this on a headband. Because, I mean, you see what I'm saying? I do not know the name of this doll because the name has been written in Hangul, I think that is, which is Korean. So, so it was a project. So that's the color of the doll, but they were doing that thing where we color match. Look at those cheeks. Those cheeks are adorable. This looks like a little boy to me. Yeah, so I'm sure I'll figure out what this sculpt is at some point. Oh my God, I hope this is something for sewing. I hope this, so the collector in question that sent this fun box, she sews, and I have some of her dresses in my collection that I adore. They're always on display. They're on somebody at all times. Like, I can't get enough. So I'm hoping that this is more of her sewing. I love her sewing. So nice and clean and well thought out. Everything looks like it was intentional. And I think it is, because this looks like one of the patterns. Yeah, this looks like one of her patterns. I think this is, yep, I think this is hers. So cute. That is adorable. And I actually think that this might actually fit on Scraps 2.0. Scraps 2.0 will be the Unoa doll that I'm waiting to come in. And it's so cute. She might actually have something to wear by the time she gets here. She's got stuff to wear already because I stay sewing. But I'd love to fit her in this. I hope she could fit into this. This is adorable. I love polka dots. Her sewing is so clean. God, her sewing is just so clean. I'm looking on the inside of the garment. Her sewing is so clean. I'm so here for it. So clean. So this is the COA and stuff for, I'm looking at that picture. That's definitely her. So, but it doesn't say the name. I've not looked at COAs quite as closely as I'm looking at these new COAs and stuff. But I thought at one point all COAs had the sculpt's name on the COA, but I'm not seeing them. It's a minifee body. I mean, I can always use bodies around here because, like I said to you guys, while I'm trying to fix her leg, like I've said to you guys, I am always cobbling together dolls. So, minifee body. Yeah. Oh. Wait a minute. All right. I think that could be an option. That could be an option. I mean, obviously, I'd have to color match, but I think that could be an option. This is a head that was sent to me by Andrea, Dolls Ahoy. Okay, so it's only been like 42 seconds later. The hybrid that I just showed you guys with the head that Andrea Dolls Ahoy sent, with the body that M sent, might have to happen as a permanent situation because I put this dress on her. Yeah. I mean, I'm obsessed. I'm so obsessed. And I feel like this head has found home on this body. I'll probably go the pastel route with coloring her head to match this body, but also I do have this shit. Yeah. It's probably not going to work. But what I'm thinking is, and this is probably very haphazard, the way that I'm thinking, but I'm thinking I could dye this head that's already kind of yellowed, or rather, it looks kind of yellowed from the match here with this. And whatever this does will be closer to this than anything. So I could use it as a jump off. Or not. I mean, this, I'm not even sure what color this tan actually is. I have had this for a while. I've moved with it. But it's the only tan I have in my Rit Dye collection. So I want to use it. I probably should be patient and just like also go and get other dyes to make it closer to this. But I don't want to do that. And I can't do that anyway because I'm boycotting shit and I'm trying not to spend money. So this is going to happen. And then whatever color this head turns out to be, I will then blush it with pastels to match. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Okay, so I also believe in the option to choose. So while I was pulling supplies out so that I could prepare to potentially ruin this doll head, I also had a really fun thought. I remember coming across the most adorable hybrid that the Queen of Squids made, where it was a mini fee body, but the head was a rabbit. And yeah, I think I started mentally spiraling there because somebody else sent me this head. Yeah. Right after right after Andrea sent me more of these heads. I love these heads. I love painting them. I love slapping them on random bodies. As you can clearly see here, I was going to do a custom where this is a tan Lika body that I would typically use for Blythe. And I put this head on it. It's pretty secure. It's pretty good. I was going to do a paint situation here, but they kind of match. You see what I mean? And I feel like that would be such a fun hybrid too. Okay, so I think what I'll do is, I'm not ever really super duper persnickety about pieces matching perfectly. So I have this idea that I'll dye the head cap of this head. And if I like the direction that dye is going, then I'll complete the project with this situation because I do like it. But if I don't like it, I'm putting this head on this body. I just am. I feel like it would work. It would be so fun and wacky. I could have like the most adorable little animal doll thingy. It would be so fucking cute. So either way, I'm excited. Yeah. So I think I'm going to dye the head cap first and see where I am there. Okay, so I didn't dye that head or its head back. This was one of the project dolls that was in the container, and I cleaned the paint off to reveal some modding. But I did, since I was cleaning it, I cleaned this head back, or a little bit, and I dropped this down in there. It's not I mean, it's kind of close where I could blush it, but I don't know if I like it. But I do think that this sculpt might become a clown. Yeah, something about the way the modding around the eyes really speaks to jester or clown for me, and I think that might be what's happening with this doll. So I ended up stopping the cleaning process because I could continue cleaning, but I actually think what I want to do, it would look really good if I stopped here. All right, so I needed to stop playing and actually come and update you guys so I can continue making this video. M's box of Happy was obviously filled with a lot of potential, and I've just kind of been like knee deep in that, and it's been so much fun. I've really like found myself in a place of creativity that feels truly healing. Something else that's actually really healing is that just a moment ago, I took a moment and unboxed my new Unoa. Real quick, I'm gonna share some photos of Scraps so you guys know who I'm talking about. So this is Scraps. She was this build that I ended up creating from a bunch of parts from several different Unoa, and there was like leftover parts from sales, and parts broke, but then they were repaired. Those parts went into building an entire doll, and I named her Scraps. Scraps was sold, and I missed Scraps, so I ended up going and finding another Unoa, and I actually lucked out because I got a tan Unoa. You guys know him. This is Tachibana. Yeah, Tachibana is a Unoa, I think Unoa LB. Yeah. But I've never actually had a girl. Tachibana was my one and only tan doll, and I did not expect to find a tan girl just because they're kind of hard to come by, or rather they're hard to come by without them being like hellishly expensive. I mean, she wasn't exactly cheap, but she's here, and I unboxed her and I thought it was the perfect time. It's funny because Scraps was created around, it was very similar to now. It was during the pandemic, and I actually made her. She was supposed to be a companion doll for another doll that I have. Her name is Midori, and Scraps was Midori's doll that was self-aware, so she knew that she was a doll. And everything about Scraps was just about really being wrapped up in comfort. That's why she knew that she was a doll and she was self-aware, because it was all about being this inanimate, or in her case, sometimes animate object in the story, that the sole purpose of her existence was to bring comfort and joy. And that's what Scraps was. And I was going through a pretty tumultuous time then, and while I wouldn't call where I am now tumultuous, because I'm actually leaps and bounds better, both mentally, financially, physically, than I was when Scraps was first created. But I do find myself in sort of pitfalls. It seems like every day there's like some new bullshit that I find myself having to reckon with. So I needed Scraps back in all of her blank glory. I'm actually really happy to have her. Let me show you guys what I've been doing so far. So there was a body in that box. It was more on the fashion, well, not a body, the doll. I had a thought last night where the skin tone reminded me a lot of Huzhou. Huzhou is this old company. I'm not even sure if they're still making dolls. But they used to do PVC dolls back in the day before PVC got super duper popular. And now, everybody and their mama has some PVC dolls, especially if you're into blind box. And I have a Huzhou wing who I've named Donut. Donut hasn't been on display for a while because his body, while I think is aesthetically pleasing, it's not mechanically pleasing. You know, it's always kicky no matter what I do. It doesn't really respond the same way that resin responds to sueding. And then also the way that the body is designed, even if you suede, it doesn't catch in the joints the way you would expect it to. So it was just an annoying body, but that was kind of okay because Donut's character, he's autistic, he's nonverbal, and everything about Donut is supposed to be in the eyes. And that's this guy here. This is Donut. He's so sweet. He communicates with his eyes. He's nonverbal. He typically likes his ears to be covered all the time because noise overstimulates him. But he's on that body, the Sophia body. I need to look at the COA again and actually read what the body is. I was going to mod the chest piece to make the body compatible for a more masculine or boxy sort of a shape. But instead of doing that, because the parts and everything, they're not the same match by any stretch of the imagination. But I was so absolutely just stoked at the idea that Donut would be able to have a body that's not only aesthetically pleasing, poses really well, because posing is actually important for his character. So what I did, since the colors were pretty close, they don't match, but they're pretty close, I used his old torso. Here, buddy, I gotta take your head off for a moment. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't get overwhelmed. He's so cute. So what I did was, this is his original torso, also his original hands, and I just strung it on this body after cleaning it up last night, and he has grown up. The little man has grown up. He's able to do so much more and be like way more expressive than he was able to be before on his original body. So I'm really happy with that. I don't care that he doesn't match totally. Actually, I like it. I love when things look a bit mixed matched like this. It makes me feel comfortable for some reason. So after doing the test swatch on the head cap of that Doll Zone sculpt, that I think I'm going to turn into some form of a clown, I chickened out. I didn't like the way the dye caught the resin at all. And I didn't want to put the other sculpt in the dye bath. So I disposed of the dye bath and I moved on to the VIP Pets head and put it on the Minifee body. I'm currently in the process of giving her a face up. So bear with, we're in the trenches. Okay, it's real rough. It's real rough. But here she is. And I am so excited. You have no idea. The head it popped on perfectly. You know, I don't have any issues with the way that the head poses, and it's really stable. Actually, all I did was I carved out a little bit of the neck on the VIP Pet's head. And then I heated the head. And then I pushed it down over the lock and key on the neck mechanism. And it's holding the head down onto the body from the inside. So the same concept of like an S-hook, but it's in the head on top of all of the plastic holding it down. So it's not going nowhere. I remember seeing a hybrid from Queen of Squids, and I actually spoke to them last night about said hybrid. I'll slam like a screenshot here. But this is the doll, the one that they did, and that's the direction I'm going here. It's not going to be as nice as theirs. Mine won't be. Yeah, mine won't be as nice as theirs is because they took the time to articulate the ears, and their hybrid is a bunny, which I probably would have preferred a lot more because rabbits are my favorite animals in the world. This is my first time painting a smart doll. Isn't she cute? painted eyes. I believe this sculpt is called Vision. This girl was actually painted for a returning commissioner. Yeah, I think she turned out cute. Okay, so I got a little sidetracked. So I have made some progress on her face up, but the issue that I ran into was that I kind of ran out of steam, so to speak. Like, her inspiration just evaporated for some reason. And so I took a break and I finally got the new Bratz dolls in, which that's something else I'm obsessed with right now. Yeah, I'm having a whole lot of fun with them. They're really cute. Having fun restyling them and everything. I need to figure out where they're gonna go on my shelf, but this is not a Bratz video. I took down some of my other hybrids and customs that I made with the VIP Pets head, which is the head that this is. And I took one of my favorite ones down. I have two that are particularly I'm very fond of. There's one that you guys have seen. That's her. I'll put a picture up here. This girl here, she's a VIP Pets head. She's wigged and repainted, and she's on a petite Barbie body, made to move body. And then this girl here, I've shown her in a video, but she had a wig on, and it's really hard to see all of the details and everything, I think. It's really hard to see the details and stuff with the wig on, or rather the wig brings it all together so the face up doesn't really stand out. But this is her. Yeah, this is her. I did her a while back. Mostly pastels, pencils, and a little bit of acrylic paint. But most of this is just pastels and pencils. I think the colors that really like slap, that's acrylic, but everything else is pastels and pencils. I was actually sick when I painted this doll. I was sick, and it was kind of one of those things where you're sick, you're supposed to be resting, but you're bored out of your fucking mind. You know, like, you would think being sick would be enough to occupy you, but you're bored. So she came about. The reason I bring her up is I took her down to get inspiration. I was like, let me look at my last VIP Pets doll that I painted because I'm running out of inspiration for this girl. Actually, this wig was on her. Let me take it off. So here's where we are with this girl here. And it's not finished. It's very much in the middle of everything. Nothing is quite as refined as I would like it to be. But then, after pulling her out, I was like, oh God, I kind of want to put this head on this body. See what I mean? It wouldn't match at all, but I actually think that's what would be most exciting. The ultimate cartoon character. 'Cause that's what I'm trying to make. I'm trying to make a cartoon character that's just really posable. I want the elevation in posability from the body, marry it with just a caricature. But I truly feel like this head belongs on this body. Like, and she was on a Blythe body, which, again, I have more VIP heads that I could paint, and I have like some other like Littlest Pet Shop heads and stuff. I have heads to make Blythe companions, because that's what she was supposed to be. She was supposed to be a Blythe companion. But now, seeing her next to this body, I want to put her on the body. Yeah, that pleases me. That pleases me a lot. That's so cute. And her sassiness, like, definitely fits this body and scale way more than that Blythe body. So yeah, I think I think this hybrid is what I'm going to go for. And you see that contrast between her head and the body? That is so interesting. Like, here, let's come over and get some light. I love that because now she feels more whimsical to me. And that just like adds to her being this character. Now I think I could find her a name. Yeah. With her on this body though, I don't know if I'll go back to that for a wig. So I guess I'll figure out some hair. Also, what's even funnier is that I was inspired by a hybrid from Queen of Squids. This head is a head sent to me from Queen of Squids because the neck was already modified, because this head was on a frightfully tall Elizabeth body. So the head was already modified, and I modified it so it would fit on the Blythe head again. But then after I took my little modification piece out, it just popped right on. And it's not going anywhere. Nice and sturdy. Really good. I think that's so funny. Right. So, pardon the hair. Yeah, it's got to air dry or else the curls get sad and crunchy. But I wanted to come on here and conclude this video. I have been having a great deal of fun. I want to thank M for sending the box of happy that inspired all of this joy over the course of a week, really. I'm really happy with the hybrids that I was able to make, and I also have plans for other hybrids. I actually bought a body today for that potential clown. Kind of bouncing between whether or not it'll be the sculpt that Andrea sent me or that Doll Zone sculpt. Very happy with Donut. I really think he's kind of come into his own on this body. I think he communicates very, very well on this body. It's great. I'm really enjoying it. Took some really cool pictures of this doll. I haven't figured out what her hair might be. I have an idea of what I might do. And I don't want to reveal it because if it flops, I don't want people to be like, what happened? So I do have an idea of what kind of hair I'll do for this doll. I think it'll add to her character, and I'm hoping I can get it done within the next week or so. But for right now, she's wearing this really fun hat. Yeah, she's wearing this really fun hat. I took some really cool pictures. I'll pop them in. And I dressed her. She's not wearing any shoes right now because, well, most of my dolls over here aren't wearing shoes. Still don't have a name for her. If you guys think of a name, why don't you go ahead and name her? Let's try and name her in the comments and see who she'll be. Yeah. I do think that she's some kind of trickster. Or maybe she's like a person that really likes pranks, which is crazy because I'm not a person that likes pranks, but she looks like she might like a good prank. You know what I mean? So yeah, just had so much fun. I want to end this video with a comment that was actually sent on Instagram and not even on any of my content. I commented on Queen Dalai Lama's post. She's been sewing, and I've been following her journey with sewing these really cool reversible bags. I don't think I've ever created anything that was truly reversible on purpose. So the fact that she did that intentionally like that is just, I think it's inspiring. And her comment, I won't read it verbatim, but I'll post it here. So if you want to pause and read it yourself. It was just a very uplifting comment. Like, her words remain to be so inspiring to me. I think she's fantastic. And homegirl can sing. Like, sing. You know, as a closet singer, because nobody ever hears me sing, but as a singer myself, vocals. Anyway, I took her words, and I think I'm finally going to break out of my own shell and actually do something I've wanted to do really bad for like the last 2 years. And I think I'm actually going to do it. I want to make videos talking about video games. And not in the like specific way that influencers and stuff talk about video games. I want to talk about video games that I fucking love and has had an impact on me for whatever reason. And I really want to get in there and talk about how I'm feeling about the game. I don't want to be super technical. I'm not about to like shit all over the devs for whatever they did in the game. I just want to spill and talk to you guys about it. And I don't know if I'll be doing that on this channel. So I'm thinking about making another channel and having it being geared towards my nerd shit. Yeah, because most people don't know it because I hide it very well. I think. But I'm kind of a fucking nerd. I love all of the things, you know, especially if you get into a good conversation about some niche ass BL anime from like the fucking 80s. Because I swear, even though they were problematic as fuck, that's where my heart is. Anyway, yeah, her words was just amazing. And that's my favorite comment of this week, really. You guys left some really fun comments on the last video. And an honorable mention would be a comment left by Andrea Dolls Ahoy. Long post, so I'm not going to even pop it up here on the video. Ooh, water. Yeah. Anyway, she wrote a pretty long comment. But one of the things I took away from her comment was that she called me a rainbow. I was commenting about how I'm always working with a rainbow in some way, shape, or form. You know, I mean, there's always a rainbow around me, and it makes me super happy to have rainbows around me. And she called me a rainbow, and I didn't know how much that was a compliment until I received it. So, yeah. Gosh, so rambly. All right, I'm gonna leave you guys here with this video. If you see anything in here that you really liked and you want to comment about it, leave me a comment in the comment section, and we'll talk about it. How do you guys feel about me making like video game videos? I'm nervous. If I'm honest, I'm pretty scared and low-key insecure because video game spaces seem not very welcoming sometimes. So I want to do it. I'm going to do it. I just need to psych myself out to do it. Anyway, bye. God.